Y'all, I couldn't help myself. I went in. I didn't even think. I just acted. Bad idea. Bad idea. Y'all, I couldn't help myself. I went in.
You know what's wild? Sometimes the people you trust the most are the ones who end up hurting you the deepest. And what I'm about to tell you, it's not just internet drama. This is a full-blown betrayal that was caught on camera at the happiest place on earth. And trust me, by the end of this video, you're going to understand why thousands of people are saying this might be one of the most heartbreaking scandals to ever hit the YouTube community. But before we get into that, let me paint you a picture of what we're dealing with here. And if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button because we cover all the latest drama and stories you need to know about. For years, MeganPlays and Leah Ashe were the definition of best friend goals. I'm talking collab videos, matching outfits, Disney trips, the whole 9 yards. These two were inseparable in the Roblox community. Megan had built this beautiful life, right? She was married to Zach Letter. They had a daughter together, and she was living what looked like the perfect family vlogger dream. And Leah, she wasn't just a friend, she was family. She was literally the godmother to Megan's child. Now, let that sink in for a second. Godmother. That's not just some casual title you throw around. That's I trust you with my child's life level trust. That's your basically family territory.
Megan and Leah hate each other. Megan and Leah are the same person. So many conspiracy theories. Here's the real truth. 1, are we the same person? No. At least I don't think we are.
So when I tell you what allegedly happened, you're going to understand why the internet absolutely lost its mind. Because a few weeks ago, a TikTok started making its rounds, and at first people thought it was fake, maybe AI, maybe just someone who looked similar, but as more evidence piled up, the truth became impossible to ignore. And what was in that TikTok? Well, I'm about to tell you, but first let me explain why this isn't just another breakup story. So here's where everything starts to unravel. Picture this, Disney World. You know, the happiest place on earth? Yeah, that Disney World. Someone posted a TikTok clip that allegedly shows Zach, Megan's husband, and Leah Ashe sitting together on a bench, and they're not just sitting there having a friendly chat. No. According to thousands of people who've analyzed this clip, frame by frame, they were kissing. Let me repeat that. Megan's husband and her best friend kissing at Disney World. Now, when this clip first dropped, the comment section went absolutely nuclear. You had people saying, no way, this has to be fake. Others were pulling out their detective hats, zooming in, comparing clothing, analyzing timestamps. And here's where it gets even more specific.
The question is, have you guys ever hated each other?
Oh my gosh. Oh, that is tea.
The answer is yes.
Yeah.
Really did not like each other for like years.
People noticed that the girl in the video had these very distinctive pink highlights in her hair. And guess what? Those exact same pink highlights match the ones Leah was rocking back in August 2025. Coincidence? Maybe, but then another witness came forward. This person said they saw Zach and Leah together at the Haunted Mansion ride, standing in line. And according to them, they kissed there too. So now we're not talking about one questionable clip. We're talking about multiple sightings, multiple moments, multiple pieces of evidence, all pointing to the same devastating conclusion. But here's what really tells you everything you need to know about this situation: the silence. When allegations like this drop, you'd expect someone to say something, right? A denial, a clarification, a guys you've got it all wrong type of post. But Leah? Radio silence. Not a single word, not a story, not a tweet, not even a vague post about negativity or fake news, nothing. And in the age of social media, silence speaks volumes. Meanwhile, Megan's comment sections were being flooded.
Let's talk about the MeganPlays and Leah situation. So I've gotten a lot of comments asking why I haven't made a video on it, and look, it's really simple. This is a private situation between 3 adults, 2 of which are married to each other and also have a child together. And I think it's pretty weird seeing everyone making memes and edits out of the situation and using it for free views and engagement.
People were tagging her, asking if she was okay, demanding answers, and honestly, just showing support. And while Leah stayed quiet, Megan did something really interesting. She posted what seemed like a normal everyday TikTok, just her making breakfast for her daughter. Super casual mom content, right? Except the caption stopped everyone in their tracks. She wrote, "And sometimes once in a while you'll be eating breakfast and you'll go, 'Get me out of here.'" Now on the surface, that might seem random. But the internet knew. That wasn't just a random thought. That was a direct, pointed response to everything that was happening. And Megan confirmed it in the most subtle but powerful way possible. She started liking comments, specifically comments calling out Leah and Zach. Comments that said things like, "You'd think they would play it cool the same week all of this was happening, right?" And Megan's response, "Yeah, what people saw in the clip was exactly what it looked like."
2, if we hated each other, would we be launching a collaborative girls club channel together? We're launching our very own YouTube channel together because we're best friends.
No games, no cryptic nonsense, just straight up confirmation that the worst case scenario was true. But if you think that's where this story ends, oh, you have no idea what's coming next. October 28th, that's the date everything became official. Megan posted a TikTok that hit her followers like a freight train. She announced that she was filing for divorce from Zach Letter. And let me tell you, this wasn't some dramatic tea-spilling video. This was raw. This was real. This was a woman trying to hold herself together while her entire life was falling apart in public. She talked about waking up alone, coming home to an empty house, learning how to be a single mom for the first time. She mentioned that she didn't have anyone to just sit with on the couch at night anymore, no one to share those quiet moments with, and you could hear it in her voice, the pain, the exhaustion, the heartbreak. But here's what got me. In the middle of all that pain, she said something that showed just how strong she really is.
Especially considering this kid is now going to grow up seeing meme edits of her dad cheating on her mom. Like, do you wonder why almost all the videos on this situation are talking more about Leah than the actual husband that cheated? Like, don't get me wrong, they're both awful people for doing this, but it's pretty telling how almost all the videos are focusing on the more famous.
She said she wanted to keep creating content, but not the fake, perfect, curated stuff. She wanted to show her real life, her real struggles, her real journey of rebuilding. And honestly, that takes courage, because it would be so easy to disappear, to go silent, to hide from the internet. But instead, she's choosing to be vulnerable, to be authentic, and to take her power back. She even thanked her followers for their support, saying that even though this has been incredibly life-changing and hard, she doesn't want to get too emotional because she'll cry. And then she said, "No biggie, no biggie." But it is a big deal. This is her family. This is her child's father. This is someone she trusted with everything. And while she's over here trying to piece her life back together, you want to know what Leah and Zach are doing? Absolutely nothing. Still silent, still no apology, still no explanation. And that right there is what's making people so angry, because the one person showing maturity, grace, and strength through all of this is the person who got hurt the most. But wait, because this is where the story takes a turn that nobody saw coming. So after Megan's divorce announcement, the internet did what the internet does best. They started digging. And what they found in Zach's past? It's like looking in a mirror at history repeating itself. Screenshots started resurfacing, old YouTube videos got rediscovered, Reddit threads from years ago came back to life, and people started connecting dots that painted a very disturbing pattern. One comment in particular opened up Pandora's box. It said, I remember I used to watch both Megan and Zach years ago. Zach was married before and started dating Megan immediately right after they divorced. Literally within weeks. They had to say multiple times he didn't cheat. This is crazy. Wait, hold up. Zach was married before Megan and started dating her just weeks after his divorce? Yeah, that's exactly what happened. See, back in the day, Zach was married to a woman named Haley, and their breakup wasn't really discussed much because Zach's audience was mostly kids. They didn't care about relationship drama, they just wanted Roblox content.
And look, I understand that as YouTubers, a lot of our lives are public, but you also have to realize that whenever the cameras turn off, we all go back to just being normal people. Most of us. And the reality is this is a life-altering event for Megan and her child. This is a real person that exists outside of a YouTube persona, and it's really weird seeing kids portraying this online like some sort of reality TV drama.
But now that those kids are grown up, they're remembering things, and they're realizing that the timeline between Zach's divorce from Haley and his relationship with Megan was suspiciously short. Another person commented, yeah, the first marriage wasn't as much of a scandal because literally his whole audience was children, myself included. But I always thought that it was so weird that he started dating Megan literally 2 weeks after. And he apparently didn't cheat. He said his relationship with his first wife was tumultuous, so it's fine. Tumultuous, that's the word he used, and everyone just accepted it. But now people are seeing the pattern. A sudden divorce, a quick new relationship, a narrative that paints him as the victim, and it's almost identical to what's happening now with Megan. One person summed it up perfectly, probably divorced her because he caught feelings for Megan. I don't know, but this is still crazy to me. And here's the thing that's making everyone's skin crawl. What if Megan is now living the exact same story that Haley did? What if she's on the other side of the pattern now? Because at some point, repeating the same kind of heartbreak stops being a coincidence and starts being a choice. But if you thought Zach was the only villain in this story, think again. Let's talk about Leah Ashe, because honestly the betrayal from her might hurt even more than Zach's. When the focus shifted from Zach's patterns to Leah's actions, the internet went from angry to absolutely devastated, because this wasn't just some random person, this was someone Megan trusted completely. Someone she called her best friend, someone she made countless videos with, someone she laughed with, traveled with, shared her life with. One comment captured everyone's feelings perfectly. "I never expected Leah of all people." But then another comment came through that just broke everyone's heart. The fact that Leah Ashe is the godmother of Megan's child is absolutely horrible. Godmother. Let that word sink in again. This wasn't just a friendship. This was a bond that went deeper than content creation. Megan trusted Leah with her child. She gave her a role in her daughter's life that was supposed to mean something sacred. And if these allegations are true, Leah looked at all of that trust, all of that love, all of that history, and threw it away.
Last thing I'll say is this: Megan needs all the support she can get right now. This is a tough situation, so on screen is her channel. You guys know what to do.
People aren't just calling her a homewrecker, they're calling her a fake friend who crossed every single moral boundary that exists. And honestly, that's not even an exaggeration. Now, this isn't the first time Leah's love life has been public. Longtime followers remember that she was engaged to Garrett Sutton back in 2018. He was also in the Roblox creator space. They seemed happy, they made content together, and then in December 2019, the engagement quietly ended. At the time, it seemed like a peaceful breakup. No drama, no public fights, just two people going their separate ways. But now people are wondering, was there more to that story? Has Leah always had issues with boundaries? Is this a pattern that's been building for years? And here's where it gets even more uncomfortable, because Garrett himself made a video addressing this whole situation. In his video, Garrett said, "I'm getting a lot of new comments on my TikTok. I appreciate all you coming on over. I'm just as speechless. He used to be my best friend and my ex-roommate, so it's pretty crazy that my ex-fiance, my ex-roommate, and ex-best friend are now together." Wait, what? So not only is this a pattern for Leah, but Zach was Garrett's best friend and roommate, and now they're allegedly together after both being connected to the same friend group. Garrett continued, "Just want to let you all know that I'm very happy with my life right now. I have a beautiful daughter now. I have a beautiful wife. My life is pretty great. So whatever is going on over there, my condolences." That last line, "my condolences," that's not shade, that's pity. And honestly, that might be the most damning statement of all. But here's the thing that makes this situation even more painful than just internet drama. Megan's daughter is going to grow up and see all of this online. She's going to be able to search her mom's name and find videos, articles, and thousands of comments about how her father and her godmother allegedly betrayed her mother. That's not just gossip, that's a child's reality. And that's what makes this so much more than content. This is a real family that's been torn apart. This is a real child who's gonna have to process all of this someday. This is real pain that's being played out for millions of people to see. I don't care how long you've known someone. I don't care how close you think you are. If your friend's husband ever looks your way, you look the other way. Period. There is no gray area here. There is no "but we connected" or "feelings just happened." No, you set a boundary, you respect that boundary, and you protect your friend. But that's not what allegedly happened here. And now the internet is left watching Megan pick up the pieces while the two people who allegedly caused all this pain remain completely silent. And that silence, that's what's really getting to people. Because in today's world, when you're silent about allegations like this, people assume the worst. They assume it's true. They assume you have no defense. They assume you're guilty. If Leah and Zach think that staying quiet will make this blow over, they're in for a rude awakening. The internet doesn't forget. Screenshots last forever. Videos get archived. Stories get retold. And this story, it's one that people won't let go of anytime soon. Because at the end of the day, this isn't about views or clout or drama channels getting content. This is about basic human decency. This is about loyalty. This is about not betraying the people who trusted you most. And right now, the only person showing any kind of strength and maturity is Megan. She's being vulnerable. She's being real. She's focusing on her daughter and trying to rebuild her life. Meanwhile, the people who allegedly caused all this damage, they're hiding. But something tells me this story isn't over yet. Because here's the thing about situations like this. Silence doesn't mean peace. Silence usually means someone's about to talk, someone's going to break, someone's going to feel the pressure and finally say something. Whether it's Leah, whether it's Zach, or whether it's someone else in their circle who knows the full story, someone is eventually going to speak up. And when they do, the internet will be watching, because thousands of people are invested in this now. They're invested in Megan's healing. They're invested in seeing accountability. They're invested in making sure that betrayal like this doesn't just get swept under the rug. The receipts are there, the witnesses are there, the evidence is there, and most importantly, the people who care about Megan are there, ready to support her through whatever comes next. So if you're watching this video and you've ever been betrayed by someone you trusted, I want you to know that you're not alone. Megan is going through this publicly, but there are millions of people who've experienced similar pain privately, and the strength she's showing right now, that's the kind of strength we should all aspire to have. Because it would be so easy to be bitter, so easy to be angry, so easy to lash out, but instead she's choosing to focus on what matters: her daughter, her healing, and her future. Look, I know this story is messy, I know it's uncomfortable, I know it makes us all question who we can trust, but it's also a reminder that not everyone who smiles in your face has your best interest at heart. Not everyone who calls themselves your friend actually deserves that title. And if you're Megan, watching your life fall apart while the people who caused it stay silent, that's a pain I wouldn't wish on anyone. But here's what I believe: the truth always comes out. Always. It might take time, it might take courage, it might take more evidence, but it always comes out. And when it does, the people who stayed quiet, the people who hid, the people who betrayed trust, they'll have to face the consequences. So to Megan, if you ever see this, we see you, we support you, and we hope you find peace in this new chapter of your life. And to everyone else watching, remember this story the next time you're tempted to blur boundaries, betray trust, or take someone's loyalty for granted, because karma, she doesn't forget either. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, please hit that like button and subscribe for more updates on this story and other internet drama. Drop a comment below with your thoughts on this whole situation. Do you think Leah and Zach will ever break their silence? And what do you think should happen next? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.